All right, moving on to the green belt section, we're going to start our strikes, and these are a lot of fun and they're very effective. The first three that we're going to learn is going to be a back fist strike. Okay, and we're going to do that from a horse stance so that you can really see the full frontal view of that. And basically, this is what you're going to do. You're going to get into a horse stance, make two fists, and you're going to set for a back fist. And what I mean by that, you're going to be striking with the back of your fist, okay? Not to be confused with the back of my hand. This is the back of my fist. It's an upside down fist. So you know what that looks like. I'm going to take my right fist and set like I would for an outside block, and I'm going to pull it right over the top and drop it right here on my opponent's nose, right on the bridge of his nose, right up there. So again, set, strike. Again, set, strike. All right, we're going to do the left hand, and then I'll show you the set position for that. Take your left hand, set, come straight up over the top of your head, over his head, and down on his nose. Notice I'm twisting at the last second. I'm twisting my wrist so that my fist ends up upside down, and I'm striking him on the bridge of his nose with the back of my fist. With these two knuckles right here, right down here. That's what's going to sit right on top of his nose, the web of those two knuckles. All right, let's learn the setting position. Take your right hand, set, left hand out here. As your right hand strikes, your left hand comes back to the chamber in a fist position. So strike with the right hand. Set the right hand, set the left hand. Strike with the left hand, bring your right hand back to the chamber. Set, strike. Set, strike. Two more and we'll move on. Set, looking real good. One more time. Set, strike. Awesome, very good. Okay, so that is the back fist strike. Now we're going to do the reversed back fist. And that's just the same technique, only it's done from the opposite side of the body. We've done the reverse and the other strike, so it's going to be similar to that. And here's how that's going to look. Go ahead and get into a horse stance. Set your hands in a chamber, And what we're going to do, instead of setting up here with our right hand, we are going to set over here on top of our left hand. And we are going to backhand that to the target, which again is the bridge of the nose. Take your right hand, set, strike. Again, set. Again, set, strike. All right, let's go to the left hand. Set your left hand on top of your right hand. Both of them are in a fist, closed fist position. And we're just going to backhand the left hand and flip it over right on top of your opponent's nose, right on the bridge of the nose. Ready, set, strike. Good. I'm going to show you one thing from the side so that you see how my hand is positioned. Look at how my hand is positioned. It is cradled right here. It's bent so that this is cradled right over his nose and striking his nose right here with the top two knuckles. That's important. Okay, so good. We got that. That is the reverse back fist strike. Now we have the backhand strike, okay? The backhand strike is just like getting a backhand. So your opponent is off to your side. Maybe he's grabbing your collar or your shoulder or shirt. And all you're going to do is you're going to set over here. If you're going to go with the right hand, you're going to look Make sure that it's a threat, and maybe he has a weapon, who knows? But if he is threatening you and ready to beat you, you want to beat him to the punch literally by placing the back of your hand, why we call it a backhand, right on his nose. Flush right up against his nose. Again, set, right hand comes out and smacks right into his nose or his lips. Exactly. Let's go to the other side. We're going to set our left hand on top of our right hand, and we're going to look to our left, and all we're going to do is swing this arm out. See how it's bent? It's very firm. The fist is very tight, and we are going to strike our opponent with the back area of our hand, a backhand, right on his nose or his lips. Let's do one with the right and one with the left so we understand that. Set for your right hand on top of your left. Look right. Strike. Bring your right hand to the chamber. Set your left hand on top of your right. Look left. Strike with your left. Very, very good. So now you've done 3 hand strikes. The first 3 of the green belt section. And they were the back fist, the reverse back fist, and the last one was the backhand. Very effective strikes. Trust me, they would hurt. So anyway, practice those. If you need a target or a pillow, go ahead and hit those if you'd like. Otherwise, just pretend that there is a target there in front of you to strike. Use your imagination. We'll see you at the next strikes. We got 3 more to learn there, and I'll see you then. All right, moving on with the next set of strikes in the green belt section. We're going to work on the palm heel strike. Okay, this is the strongest strike in karate. This is the strike that is stronger than a punch. And safety, it is a straight gross motor skill, straightforward attack. And again, this is the technique that we teach our students how to break wood with and concrete with, is with a palm heel strike. That's how strong and important this strike is. So the palm heel strike, you're going to be striking exactly with the heel part of your palm. So that's this area right in here. Hence they call it the palm heel strike. Now your fingers need to be together, your thumb needs to be together, everything needs to be together. And it can be a little rigid. You want it to have it a little rigid. You don't want loose fingers like that at all, because they will break upon impact. So keep them rigid, just like your karate chop. And this is the area we're going to be striking with. Now this comes or deploys from the shoulder area. That's kind of the set position, or the chambering position would be from our shoulder. So what we teach our students is to get into a strong stance, which we call it, and rather than when a throw and attack, they want to get into a strong stance, which sets them up for the palm heel strike. So if someone was approaching them, we don't teach them to do anything except defend themselves. And the first lesson we teach them is to step back with one leg and set their hands up and under their chin and cover their chest and get ready in case a strike comes or a danger is imminent. So let's just assume that's all done. So I'm going to show you how to get into a set position. We're going to do this from a Zen, because that's how you're going to get set in position for the strike. Okay? This again is the palm heel strike. I'll do it with my right hand, and I will do it from this direction so that you can see everything that's happening from my body, from my hips on up, because the hips play the most important role here. The strength of this technique does not come from muscle. It comes from my hips. My hips have to turn and twist. Just like golf or baseball, all the power that you see people hit home runs with or drive a 300-yard drive with, it's all done from their hips, not from their actual swing and muscle. So it's done with speed and hip motion. So be really careful. Watch this. Pay attention. So I'm going to go ahead and get into bit of a left zen. My left leg is forward, my right leg is back. And I'm going to set my hands up here as if I were saying, stop, don't come any closer. And if and when it was necessary to do this strike, if someone were to come closer after you told them not to, then what you would do is you would simply twist, watch, I'm twisting my hips, and I'm setting my right hand right here by my right shoulder. And that is the set position, the chamber for this strike. So again, we're here, and as he comes closer, I'm drawing my right hand back and setting it by my right shoulder. Again, now my hips have twisted toward you, but my eye contact is still on the target. So I'm here, I set by twisting my hips, and then I push out with my right hand and up. So I'm going to push out and up like that. Again.
Stop.
Strike.
I'll
show you one more time from this side. You're set. You're in the zen. Good. The reason that we're striking upward and away is because I'm striking with my palm heel strike. The target area is the opponent's chin. What I want to do is strike his chin with my palm heel and drive the chin up and back, or the head up and back. Again, as I explained before, once you get somebody's ears 3 inches past their heel, they're going to fall backwards. That's just the law of gravity. That's nature. So what we want to do is drive that hand up and away. So let's do it from the left side so you get another view of this. Get into a right zen, right leg bent, left leg straight. My hands are here as if I were to say stop. And if he starts or the opponent comes any closer, or an attacker, I'm going to continue breathing by talking. And I'm going to set my hand back here as I twist my hips toward you. And then when he reaches out or grabs me or touches me, I'm going to strike. So here, we set, and we strike. Last time, ready? We're here. We set, we strike. Good. That's the palm heel strike. The next strike is going to be a double upward palm heel strike. Very effective strike. You're going to do a palm heel strike again to the opponent's chin, or the target's chin, but now you're going to give him a double palm heel strike, hitting him with both hands at the same time up under his chin, and this is going to double the strength, have a great deal of impact. So let's do that from a horse stance. Get into a horse stance. Get your palm and your knife hand set, and bring your palms back to your shoulder, because that's the chamber, and you're going to push up and away from your body, striking with the heel of your palm. Same time, simultaneously. Let's do it with a ki. Ready? Very simple and very easy. Ready? Again. Last time. Set. Good. So that is your second strike, which is the double palm heel strike, or double upward palm heel strike. The next strike is quite interesting. It's called a side punch. And what we're going to do is actually punch from the side of our body out to the side if our target, or maybe an intruder, was approaching us from the side. So what that looks like is simply a horse stance, twisting your hips, setting your hands, and then launching a side punch, or a punch off to the side. Okay, so let's show you what that looks like. We'll do that from a horse stance as well. So let's go right here into a horse stance. And you're going to have to make fists for this one. Bring it back to your chamber. My target is over here, so I am going to set my left hand on top of my right as I turn my hips into a sideward horse stance that you've already learned. And then I'm going to execute the punch with my right hand on my right side. Now notice I came back to a horse stance. So I start in a horse stance. I twist to a side horse stance, or we call it winding up, and then we unwind. Back to a horse stance, executing a side punch. Let's try that again. Last time on this side. Horse stance, look, set, twist your hips, strike your target. Let's go to this side. We're going to look left. We're going to set right on top of left. Continue turning and winding. Now unwind and punch to your left side. Good. That was great. Let's try that again. Ready? Set. Punch. You always want to keep your eye on the target. So let's do it again. And last time. Good. That's your side punch. So in this section of our green belt, you've learned 3 new strikes. The first one was a single palm heel strike, striking the opponent's chin, up under his chin. The second strike was a double upward palm heel strike, using both palms, pushing up and away under the chin. And then the last strike was a side punch, just a regular side punch, right and left. Good. So practice those. Get real familiar with those, because we're really going to start developing more side punches that you'll see on the next section. We've got a couple more to learn, but it's really starting to get fun, isn't it? I know you're really enjoying this, and I am too. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next section of our strikes. Okay, let's go right into the next 3 punches in the green belt section. We are going to do a reverse side punch. In the last section, you learned what a side punch is, and that's to the side, right or left. So the reverse side punch is simply punching across your body to the other side of your body. So let's do that from a horse stance. Let's get in a horse stance, make 2 good fists, bring them back to your chamber, nice and strong. Sit on your horse stance and then keep your back straight. So we are going to set our left hand on top of our right, but this time we are going to punch to our left. So I'm going to look left, twist my hips toward my target, and strike with my right hand. Hence they call that the reverse, the opposite side of the body. So we're doing a reverse side punch. Ready? Good. Cover. One more time with the right hand. Set your left hand on top of right. Look left. Spin left. And punch with your right hand to the left side. Let's go to the other side. We're going to punch over here with this hand. So the way we're going to do that is we are going to set our right hand on top of our left hand, because the hand that strikes is always in the chamber, the one that's ready to punch. Look right, twist right, punch. Punching across our body. Right hand on top of left, look right, twist right, punch. Cover. Last time. Let's go to the other side. One more to the other side. And last time. Good. Cover. That is the reverse side punch. The next one is going to be called a spinning side punch. Okay, now this one gets a little trickier, but it really isn't that tricky because you're using the same principles you learned in your side punch. All you're doing is you're adding a spin, hence they call it a spinning side punch. So I'm going to do that this direction, and then I'll do it in this direction toward the camera so that you can see. Just pardon my back. So let's go over here, and we're going to spin that direction, and you're going to spin behind yourself. In other words, you're going to take your leg and spin it behind you, twist, so you're going to see my back when I'm ready to execute the punch. All right, so we're in our chamber. We're in a horse stance. Okay, so I am going to set for a right side punch. Move my right leg behind me. Continue spinning and then unwind, executing a right spinning side punch. Ready? Let's go back to that and let's take a look at that again. Horse stand, ready position. All right, so let's spin back the other way, setting your left hand on top of your right. Move your right foot behind you. Turn. And spin into that side punch. We're going to do it again. We're going to set left hand on top of right. Look left. Move your right leg behind you. Spin. Wind. Unwind. Last time. Set your left on top of right. Look left. Good. And you can practice that left and right. Okay? Just continue practicing that side punch. Try not to get tripped up on it. Just watch it again and again until you get it figured out. And of course, when you're going the opposite way, you'll set on the opposite side of your body and punch with your left hand. Okay, very, very good. So we're going to move on to the next strike, and that is a vertical drop punch. Now remember, when we learned in our yellow belt that the vertical fist is in this position. So when I do my vertical drop punch, my fist needs to be in a vertical position. And I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to end up dropping down here. Let me get into a horse stance. I drop my right knee down to the ground and pivot facing that way and punching straight down in a vertical punch position to the target. Let's say the target is a body, and you've already got him down to the ground, and now you're going to follow up with a vertical drop punch. Ready? So from a horse stance, you're going to drop your right knee. And follow it up with a vertical punch. Look at my hand, how it's positioned. It's in a vertical position with my knuckles facing forward, my thumb facing forward. You're seeing the back of my hand. Good. Do not do this regular punch. Do not turn it out that way where the thumb's facing that way. The thumb faces forward. Let's do that again. Vertical drop punch. That's your right side. Let's do the right side one more time. And let's do the left side now. So now I'm going to drop my left knee, punch with my left fist, and my thumb on my left hand is going to be facing that wall. Ready? Again. Good. This would be full speed. Good. All right, let's review those three punches. We did the reverse side punch across our body. We did the spinning side punch, and then we finished up with the vertical drop punch. And those are the only three punches you need to work on in this section of the green belt. When you come back, I'll have 3 more punches for you, or 3 more strikes, and we'll go from there. Thank you. move into the last section of the green belt on strikes. We have only 4 strikes left in this section of our green belt, and we're going to start with a groin strike. So what I want you to do is kind of make your knife hand strike the way we did before. Make them a little rigid as you did before, but I want you to fold your thumb inward, okay? Instead of having it attached to the index finger, I want you to bend it at the first joint, okay? And what that does is it creates what we call a ridge. And this is the section of your hand that you're going to strike with, okay? And we'll get more into the ridge hand in a moment. But right now, I want you to create your knife hand, fold your thumb in, creating 2 what we call ridge hands. And this is just one way of using the ridge hand. It's called the groin strike. Okay, so from a horse stance, we're going to take our 2 new ridge hands that we just learned how to set for. Okay, we're going to bring them into our chamber. And I'm going to strike downward into the opponent's groin, striking with this part or this ridge part of my hand into his groin area. Okay, and at the same time, I'm going to set the other hand up on this shoulder because we're going to reset and set for a reverse groin strike. But let's learn the groin strike first and how to set. Here we go. From our chamber, you're just going to push straight down into the opponent's groin, striking with the front part of this ridge. At the same time, setting your hand across your body by your ear. So your left hand is now by your right ear. Let's do that together. Put them together. Strike and set. Good. That's real good. Let's do it again. Strike and set. Right hand down, left hand up. Awesome. You're picking this up pretty quick. Let's go ahead and do one more. Okay, good. Let's go with our left hand groin strike and set our right hand across to our left ear. So as the left one goes down to the groin area of your opponent, the left hand comes up here and sets by the opposite ear. So let's do it together from the chamber. Awesome. Again. Groin strike. One more time. Good. So what you've just accomplished here is you set up for a groin strike, and you've actually positioned the opposite hand for what we're going to call a reverse groin strike, which is nothing more than a reverse karate chop. You're going to hit with the outside, the more fleshy part of your hand. So you've got your chop or your ridge hand, but it's going to come from your ear and backwards into the groin area. So you're striking the groin area twice. Once with the forward ridge hand, and then you're going to switch hands with the other hand. So this is what that looks like. Take a look here. We're going to strike with our right, set with our left, and then strike with our left and bring our right hand back to the chamber. So it'll look like this. I'll do it very slow, and you can do it with me. So we're going to strike with our right, set with our left. Now strike with your left with a backward karate chop and bring your right hand back to the chamber. Good. Let's do that again. Groin strike. Now your reverse groin strike. Good. Really good. Again, same side, same hand. Set for the right hand groin strike. Left hand sets by the ear. Right? Strike again. Last time, double strike. I'm going to say hup, hup, and each time you're going to strike. Once with the right, once with the reverse left. Ready? Hup. Good. Let's do it on the other side. Let's strike with our other hand, our left hand, and set for our right hand reverse. Hup.
Kia!
Hup.
Kia!
Good. Cover. You got both hands in the ridge hand position. Strike with the left. Hup. Strike with the right. 2 more times. Ready? Same hand. Strike with the left, set with the right. Hup.
Kia!
Hup. Good. Very good. We're going to do it again. Last time, 2 hups. Ready? Hup. Hup.
Kia!
Fantastic. You just did 2 strikes. You did a groin strike and a reverse groin strike. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about that ridge hand. The ridge hand's actually developed for that purpose, but there's another purpose for it. And that is to strike for the head area with it. It comes from your regular chamber. So let's go ahead and set our ridge hands again, folding your thumb in, creating that ridge on top. And that's the area you're going to strike with. And you're going to aim for the temple or the side of the face of your opponent. Going to come right out of the chamber. It'll have just a little bit of an arc to it, as you'll see. Or you don't want too much of a hook because then it's advertised as a haymaker, and we don't want people to see this coming. It's very quick. It's fast. It turns over. It strikes, and it comes right back to the chamber. Let's take a look at that. Hands again. You got your ridge hand set. Bring them to the chamber. Now do it slow. Right hand is going to come out and over. That's it. You're just turning it over like a pancake. You're taking your right hand, pushing it out toward your target, and then cupping it inward to strike the side of his or her face. Let's do the right hand 2 more times.
Kia!
Pretty simple. Last time. Up.
Kia!
Let's do the left hand. Same thing. It's going to simply turn over and strike the right side of their face with your left hand. Up.
Kia!
Again.
Kia!
2 more. Ready. Up.
Kia!
Last one. Up.
Kia!
Very good. All right, so let's recap what we just learned, okay? We learned the groin strike, and then we learned the reverse groin strike. Then we learned the ridge hand, okay? That's the ridge hand. We've got 1 more to go, and this will be the last one. It's the reverse ridge hand, okay? Reverse ridge hand is the same ridge hand strike. It just comes from the opposite side of your body. What I mean by that is go ahead and set your ridge hands in your chamber, and we're going to come across like we were scooping water and strike the opposite side of their head. Let's do that again. Ready? Let's do it with my left hand. Come across. 1 more time on the left side. And now let's go to the right side. Again, right side.
Kia!
And last
Kia!
right side.
Kia! Kia!
Good. So, again to recap, we have 4 strikes. We have the groin strike, the reverse groin strike, the ridge hand, and the reverse ridge hand. And you have just completed all the strikes in the green belt section of this karate, Wado-Ki karate system. So you're doing really great. Keep it up, and we'll come back and we'll work on some kicks. Thank you.